Welcome to the Goat Mentality Podcast. You're rocking it out with the artist trappers in the 55014 area code. We're rocking it out with Conor, Larson today. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. I'm pumped.
This is good. We're just talking about betting
Yep.
the weather.
Yeah, I like the scheme you got where it seems like you just have intuition about that. We just go outside and you go, this is going to hit.
I think I fucking lost big yesterday. I lost like $15 on the weather. Made a little back on Nick Shirley saying Leering Center though.
Is that a parlay? That's the craziest parlay I can imagine.
I was like, he's for sure saying daycare. He's for
Yeah.
sure saying Leering Center. Somalian probably.
Yeah.
Just fucking.
Well, you were also texting me this morning saying you were betting on JD
I was
Vance.
betting on JD
What are you
Vance.
betting on him to win or to say something?
No, I was
Say
betting on him
something.
to say something, and I was like, he's not saying Somali. He's gonna say immigrants, not
Yeah.
Somali. And he fucking kept saying Somalian. I was
He
like,
must. I mean, if you're his friend, how is this not your main business? You just go, hey man, can you just make sure at least
Absolutely.
one? I mean, they're absolutely rigging these. There's
Well,
no chance they're not.
like he talked about fucking Giannis.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you
Yeah.
hear about all the Giannis stuff?
With they're shutting him down or what? Like,
Well, no, there. You know how there was like trade buzz where he was either going to come
Yeah.
here or like Memphis, or no, it was like a couple. It wasn't Memphis, but
Yeah.
it was a couple other places. He bought like a huge stock or share or whatever in Kelce.
Oh,
And
I
so-
did, and he became
yeah.
a spokesperson, and then they were like, he's going to get traded, and then he didn't get traded,
Yes, and
and
he-
he cashed out.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Pulled the rug.
Bet,
pull.
Yeah.
bet against himself, and
Very-
it's like that's fucking
Very Greek.
that's worse
Tell you
than
that.
Shohei.
It is
Yeah,
very great.
Shohei's awesome because he's so clearly just like,
Yeah.
my translator's taking the fall.
Exactly,
I don't
yeah.
care about this.
Well, he's a golden boy. Like
Yeah.
that would be like such a sick life where you're like, I'm so good at throwing a baseball where like the rules don't apply to me anymore. I can blame it on whoever I want.
Yeah, and the whole country is behind. They're like, yeah, send that guy to prison
Yep.
in America. We don't
Wait,
care.
what did
Fuck
he do?
Shohei.
Uh,
He tried to tarnish Shohei's name.
he's like the
Dishonor him.
He's the emperor now.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
like he's like the. I was reading this thing in Japan. He's like, I can't even. There's no equivalent of like how big a star he is. He's like Timothy Chalamet and LeBron like combined.
Yeah.
Like,
Whoa.
he's just the biggest deal.
I know
ever.
he's a pitcher, but
Yeah.
like, why is he in trouble?
He was betting on MLB games and stuff, like
Well,
for a lot of money.
Yeah, the story allegedly is his translator was betting like millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, he just like took the money from Shohei and Shohei didn't know. But I mean that you have to be like, would you give your translator millions of dollars if you thought he had a gambling
No.
problem?
That guy has no in on any of your financial
Yeah.
life. Like, no.
And then Shohei was just like, yeah, I don't know. I just focus on baseball. Like that guy's, I think the other guy went to prison and Shohei's just like, I'll get a new translator.
Yep.
Whoa, no
I don't
way.
know how much of that's accurate, but that's the gist of the story.
Well, but he for sure bet on games. It's
Yeah.
like there are so many people. The NBA just had the whole thing with like Chauncey Billups and stuff about them.
That was
betting on
like
games.
the mob.
yeah.
That
yeah.
was
that was
I-
literally the mob.
I was kind of like, I thought those guys were gone.
yeah.
And then
No.
it was like, oh no, they're
They're
still
not gone,
doing
but they're
things.
not strictly Italian anymore.
Yep.
Which makes it feel
Oh.
like they're gone. Like the nicknames are gone.
Fucking Mix can get in now.
Did you see the one? There was like a polymarket bet you could bet on. Would they like airstrike a certain target in Iran?
Oh
And
no, I didn't.
This journalist reported that they technically like were to a little to the left or something. And then he started getting death threats from people being like, my bet's not going to cash unless you change your report
Holy
to
fuck.
be
Yeah.
like it's crazy.
Yeah, because they fact check every single like news
Yeah.
source.
Mhm.
So like,
Well, they
when-
did the supreme leader of Iran. They said, is he going to be out of office? And then people bet yes,
Mhm.
and then he definitely is.
Mhm.
But they were like, well, it doesn't count if you kill him. And you're like, well,
yeah,
That
that's
doesn't-
what we thought.
it's
yeah.
to qualify. Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's because even like my brother, he's in the UFC. He
That's
lost a
sick.
fight, and dudes were all like on his DMs on Instagram, like you should fucking like jump off the roof of the hotel and shit like that.
Damn.
After he lost, they're like, I lost $500, and it's also like he's not trying to tell you to bet this money. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like
yeah.
that's the most fucked up part is like people who are completely removed from the situation, like get like death threats and fucking all that kind of shit. I don't know. There's so much betting.
Well, also you can't. Well, as soon as there's betting, it's like there's now people rigging it. Like,
Yeah.
it just would be the crazy. What's stunning is how dumb these guys are. Where they're like, they start an account and it's like their legal name, and you're like, just get one friend and hand him cash and have him hand you cash.
Bet for you.
This is unstoppable. Yeah. They're like, oh, I wanted to Venmo myself.
I would love to just like Aiden McCluskey's going to bomb at the late night Indeed show. I'd go up there and fucking take a head dive. Bet $100 against myself.
Oh my God. If you could hedge on a bomb.
Oh man.
You make money on a bomb. There'd be some comics where you'd be like, bet him every night. This guy's he's the Cal Ripken. He always bombs.
It would be like a 99 to 1 odd. And they're like, there's a dude in the back with one of those like hit counters, and he's like, that was 3 laughs.
You pull
what counts as a bomb?
You go, I'm gonna rewrite your set for you. And we're gonna pull off the heist of the century. I like these car crash. People can say they see the car crashes.
Yep.
Oh, good. I like that. There was one where like the electrical pole.
That was a good one.
That was great stuff.
That was a good one. A school bus hit that.
Do you have a dash cam?
No.
Me neither. But I want one. I don't want it to pay off though. I don't want to be like, good thing I got. But I do want one.
But the thing is, you can tell from these like compilation videos, the dudes that have a dash cam, it's almost like very aggressive guys that get a conceal and carry. It's like you're waiting to use this thing.
They go, I can't wait to use this. It's also, you watch enough of these and it's like you see like the same 4 ways people get in wrecks.
Yes.
And then it translates to like, I'll be driving. My wife will be like driving because I'm like incredibly sick or something. And then I'll just be like, this is gonna, and she doesn't. I go, like, you watch enough of these, you get paranoid about like turn coming out, like, a turn left through someone speeding through the lane.
Yep.
Oh, dude, what day was it when it, like a few weeks ago, it was like piling snow, and Tia was driving, and
that was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, you got to start merging because I do it way before.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, start merging, and she's like, okay, and then just starts. To go, and there's a car next to us, and I was like, no, and she jerked the wheel the other way. We went sideways on the highway, and I was going, ah! I had my hand on the ceiling. I never felt closer to death. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, you just gotta pull over. Just pull over the side of the road. And then I got behind the wheel and started driving.
100%.
Yeah.
Certain times you go like, listen, it would be nice to assume that you're going to be able to drive well here, but I'm just going to drive.
Yeah,
I'm going to do it.
We hit that move, got in the car, she apologized, I start driving. Should we get something to bring to my dad's? And it's like, we almost died.
Yeah.
We were going 75 miles on the highway and we slipped sideways.
Yeah, like my girlfriend, she's not a bad driver, but I do get very, like, if I'm not in the driver's seat and I'm in a car, I am very critical of everything that person does. Because like my best friend in high school, I was in the car for like all 3 of his car accidents, and I'm like, you never know when it's gonna happen. You know, every time I'm like, you're gonna turn too fast, we're gonna hit a fucking fire hydrant, it's gonna start spraying water, and your mom's gonna have to drive here. She's gonna take the hit.
Damn, that's a crazy way to wreck.
Yeah,
just take a turn too fast.
Well, yeah, okay. It was
3 times.
Birch Street onto Ware Road. He took it probably 40 miles an hour. Very sharp turn. Went and just was not able to do anything. Like, wasn't able to turn like hard enough, and went right into a fire hydrant and started spraying water. His axle was snapped, and then it was also like right as he got his license. So there's that rule where it's like you can only have one person in the car.
Oh,
like
yeah.
And there was probably 5 or 6 of us like packed in there. And he was like, somebody's got to get a ride. This is on the way to school. My bus was driving by. I was like, gotcha.
Oh, God.
Guy got on the bus. But yeah, his mom came, took the hit, and was like, I don't know what happened. And
damn, you swapped the mom in. That's a good policy.
Yeah. So
I never thought of that. I don't think my mom would be into that.
No,
not at
but
all.
It was her idea. She's like, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna take the fall. Our insurance is not gonna get hit.
She goes, I want to make sure you learn nothing from this experience.
Yes.
I will take the fall.
I am going to shield you from life.
This is gonna hamstring you later in life.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure for now you're okay.
Yeah,
you're all right. When you sexually assault a woman in college, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But right now, there's plausible deniability.
I'll start a campaign. I'll harass
Yeah, this
that
is
girl.
exactly what we did.
Oh, wow.
on
yeah,
the
this
highway.
doesn't happen where I grew up. I grew up in Florida, so this is
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
I think you're a bad driver in Florida though, because you just never deal with anything.
Never face any adversity.
And I also think like road comics are good drivers because like if you're not, you just die doing it.
Holy
yeah.
Back this up. Watch the crazy move this white truck does.
Yeah, that was actually kind of sick. He seems to
Tokyo Drift.
He's Tokyo drifting, but then he somehow starts moving completely side.
damn.
He fit perfectly in.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, I don't even understand how that. What the?
The people that were waving.
Yep. Go,
it's
go,
like,
go.
Those are the kind of people I probably would have screamed out my window at. It'd be like, you think I'm fucking retarded?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to get out of here as well.
Move over.
Keep going. It's like, I wasn't going to fucking help you anyway.
Oh, that's sweet. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Lisa, he's like, fucking cocksucker out of nowhere. Where the fuck did he come from?
I was driving and he like literally came out of nowhere.
Oh my god, Mr. Peter.
What is the like hazard in Florida then?
It really is like, I hate to be the worst hack comic ever. It's old people. It's like there are like galactically old. There are people who are like, I had to at one point in high school, this lady was driving the wrong way on the highway, and you had to be like, hey, stop, or like truly you're dying in 10 minutes. Like it was nuts. We had to like corral her like a dog. Like we had to like kind of box her in, and it was
with
nuts.
other cars.
Yeah, because she's going like 10 miles an hour onto oncoming
my
highway
God.
traffic, and we were all like, whoa, like just trying to like get in front of her. Yeah, it was very nuts.
I have
She was probably heading to vote.
yeah.
Oh,
So,
for
like,
sure. Oh,
yeah, she needed to get out
She
there.
always votes.
Yeah.
They never miss an election.
Yeah, like that one member of my family who was late to a cardiologist appointment, ramped her car up, just flipped like front end to back end, ripped her out of the seatbelt, found her dead in the back seat.
No. Dang.
She was just running late.
Yeah.
Had to get there though.
The sequence of events that led to it though are the funniest part.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, she had to pick up her daughter in Stillwater. Fucking cardiologist doctor was on the other side of town.
Oh,
Gotta get there. Gotta go.
If I show up more than 10 minutes late, they reschedule
man.
the whole appointment.
Yeah,
I gotta
Real
go.
bitch
They're
to get back in
ruthless.
there.
You gotta be
You gotta
weeks.
make it.
Yeah.
I've
That
had this
is-
dermatology appointment for 6 months.
Yeah, my family would just murder me if they knew that I was talking about that on here, but you know,
You have a few times.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, but
Do you
I
have like, if they start listening, is it going to be a problem? I've had a bunch of podcasts like that where I walk out going like, man, I
Yep.
forgot this
Yeah.
is
that's
completely
almost
public.
everyone, yeah.
I'm gonna get
Yeah,
in
there's-
fucking trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, my dad,
Almost everyone.
my dad like is very supportive of me doing comedy, but is also very bad at technology. So he like called me this month and was like, hey, fuck you. And I go, what? And he goes, I heard what you said on that podcast. And I go, what? And I like jokingly had said, because he did stand up in the 80s, I was like, I would bury him. I was like kidding.
Yeah.
But I said it on a podcast in 2019.
Oh,
So I was like, what are you talking?
he was digging.
And he was like, I go, you didn't notice that I looked 6 years younger in whatever thing you're watching? Like it was in a green
Shit talk
room
don't
of
age.
Stand Up Live Huntsville. Like it was insane.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Fuck me.
He
Are
couldn't
we
figure
fine?
out how to get out of YouTube. He just kept scrolling.
Yeah, my dad doesn't, he won't say I heard this on a podcast. He just leads with, it's funny, like, because I did dad meet while I was in Austin, and I talked about one of my neighbors,
Mhm.
and he was like, so what's going on with your neighbors? And I was like, what? And he was like, it's pretty funny. What's going on with your neighbors? And I was like, the fuck's going on with my neighbors?
What are you talking
And then he was like, I heard you on that thing, on the podcast that you did. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But he'll lead with like, this is information I provided
Yeah, they
to
don't
him
understand
personally.
it's an insane way to keep up with someone's life.
Yes.
It's like listening to like a celebrity on a podcast and then being like, so how's your dog? And they're like,
Yeah.
what guy who's here to kill me? Like it's crazy.
Yeah. No, but when we first, like back in high school, this is when the Goat Mentality podcast started. Back in high school, my mom, my dad, my cousins, everybody in my family was like, "We're gonna watch it," and it's like, It's so bad. I don't know. That's what's giving me anxiety about my family watching me at any point. Where I'm just like, you guys already hated that thing. You're gonna hate everything else I do.
Well, what
Yeah.
did your mom
That's
say about when I said something about fat people?
Oh my, yeah, my. I probably can't say it.
Would you say they're worthy and they should be part of everything?
Yeah.
Well, no,
absolutely, and that they should love themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't even bad.
It wasn't bad. It was about like a complete hypothetical scenario of essentially his brother came on and talked about how like if you were to join a motorcycle gang, they want to fuck your girlfriend as like part of the initiation process. And I was like, imagine if you had like a fat wife and everybody's talking about their ladies being fucked, and he's like, "What? Mine? Not mine.
Nobody fucked my wife."
But my mom called
They won't even talk to her.
I haven't met her yet.
Yeah. My mom called me and she was like, "You have to be more careful talking about people with their weight." And then she said my relative's name. And she was like, "What if they watch it?" And it's like, well, it's not about them at all.
Yeah.
It's just like
It's
way more
they're
hurtful, you
fat.
think. Yeah.
What if they hear that?
Right. And it's like, that's so much worse than us calling a not real person fat. You're like, well, what if they listen to this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if Big Fat Sarah hears this?
Yeah.
How are you gonna feel? How are you gonna feel if Big Fat Sarah listens?
Can you imagine what Christmas is going to be
Which
like?
also, but that's the thing, is around Christmas time, my I hope she never listens to this, but my mom is always like, they've gotten bigger. It's like, like, okay.
Yeah, moms can cut to the core with like weight gain.
Oh,
they say it in a way where you're like, hey, we just don't need you to weigh in at all.
Yeah.
You've never accomplished saying this nicely one time.
No. Because it's impossible to do nicely.
Yeah, you can't. You just gotta go like, you look great.
Yep.
You look great.
No,
not you look interesting. Not you look different. Just
I
great.
like what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they wave the hand.
I like whatever this is.
Yeah. I like this. And it's like them fat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, family, don't listen to that. That's the thing. Anything where I'm like, I hope he doesn't clip that, gonna get clipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just hope they support it.
Exactly. Neil and I were talking about this where he's like, now because I was like, oh man, there's been some times where I'm like, oh, those clips are
There's a dude who like just on his own, he makes good clips,
Really
but he just
good.
like rips them from YouTube.
Just from you guys' pod?
Yeah. And
He's just making whatever he wants?
yeah.
Oh, that's
And it's
sick.
always-
That's also insane.
It's like
it's so nice.
it's one of the nicer things, but like he'll pull ones where it's like us talking about the Lake Street Popeyes where George Floyd was killed.
And he's making the thumbnails.
Yes.
It's like comedians riff on George. You're like, hey, we don't need that.
Yeah. It's all things where I'm like saying this in long form. No one's gonna listen to it and find that. He will, and he'll put it out. He'll condense it.
Yeah. He intersperses like real news footage in there. It's George Floyd, in case you forgot. He puts it-
He actually does put
Yes. Yep.
Like literally, when he makes a clip of this episode, there's going to be something that you've said where you're like referencing something. You'll find the exact thing you're talking. It's genuinely fucking crazy.
Yeah.
My brother
It's
brought up a
sick,
South Park episode when he was on here. Watch the clip of it. It's like the exact timestamp of what he's talking about, and it's like, holy fuck.
Yeah. He's good at it.
Really good at
I've
making
been getting.
clips.
I had this happen. I posted clips on YouTube, and there's a guy who keeps commenting. He goes, "A funny racist angle on this would be," and I go, "Hey, message me that. Don't comment that publicly. I don't need that. That's crazy." But he goes, "A funny racist angle on this joke," and then I was like. First of all, I probably thought of it and then decided not to say it. That's how most jokes work.
You go, oh man, that's the funnier way to do it, but I can never say that.
No, yeah, God, no.
I like that he's like, how can I help this guy?
Yeah.
Let me help him make this joke about traffic racist. I go, all right.
Have you thought about saying it was maybe an Asian woman?
That's literally like the type. I go, all right, that's a good point. What's the scariest car here? Like in Nashville, Nissan Altima flying by, duck and cover.
I mean,
You're terrified.
that almost feels like across
Is
the
that
board.
universal? Yeah. I didn't know if there was like a type of car where you're like that in the snow.
A specifically black Nissan Altima.
That's dangerous anywhere. Yeah.
Fuck,
Yeah.
man, that is dangerous. Their bumpers always hanging off.
Yeah, and you see them coming up like so far back because they're like in one battle after another. The car seat, like they're just you're like, oh Jesus, they're about to die here.
Yeah. Well, the other thing would be like early 2010s through 2009 black Honda Odyssey.
Yeah,
those
aren't great.
Black.
Nissan as a brand.
Are you talking the
I kind
driver
of-
or
I
the
go.
color of the car?
the color of the car.
Oh,
yeah. No.
okay.
2012 black eyes are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make them teen drivers though, which
Yeah.
Good for them. Get the permit. Get the hours behind.
hit them. Oh, I love that. I love when someone is like they hit because they go, I'm not letting you merge.
Yep.
It's such a way to ruin your week, and you just have to like call your insurance. But
There's also
Feels
a
good.
class battle too.
Yeah.
Semi versus Porsche.
yeah,
Not letting you over, sucker.
let's see who gets out. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly the guy.
That's precisely. There we go.
There you go. Ah.
Nice. Got the door open. Looks like pounds of dog food back
Yeah.
there. Probably.
No, they just put him in a deeper part of the warehouse. He hand stuff the robots now. They go, don't look the robots in the eye.
Don't talk to them about
Don't
consciousness.
talk to your
or love.
supervisor. Do you think we'll have robot bosses soon? Like if you work at like a I used to work at Jimmy John's. I think a robot
you
could
did
run
too?
Jimmy John's. Yeah. Did you work at Jimmy John's?
Yeah, I was a delivery driver.
Me too.
Oh, hell
Was
yeah.
it mainly fat nurses?
Yeah, primarily
Yeah.
fat nurses and
That's
guys
what
on
we
their
delivered
lunch
to.
break from like laying brick.
Yeah.
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 Oh.
That was wild.
Whoa.
Didn't even tap the brake. That guy just slammed him.
he was all gas. Holy fuck.
Obliterated a countryman.
Dang.
Holy fuck.
Jimmy John's is one of those places now that I look at where I'm like, they've come a long way and the
Mhm.
sandwiches have gotten like
Yeah.
better. But it's like, it used to be so bare bones when I worked there that I'm like, thank God I don't have to toast the sub
Yeah.
now.
They were kind of punk rock. They wanted to be like Tijuana Flats. I don't know if
Yep.
you have that up here, but
No.
it's like,
Or I don't, but they like the signs in there.
yeah, they'd
Yeah.
be like, it's cool. And you're
Yeah.
like, well, all right, I guess it's like cool Subway. But once I started making the sandwiches for a while, I was like, I don't want to eat this stuff anymore. Not because it's gross, but you just like see them dump like pounds of sugar in like the tuna. And you're like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why I like this.
Yep.
Mhm.
Sugar or like making, I remember having to make that or like at least our oven where we cooked the bread was
Yeah.
nuts. That was
Gnarly.
never getting clean.
I quit that job because my manager, we went to a bar. I was like 18 or whatever. And we went to a bar and I was like, this is sweet. We're at a bar. And then my manager was like, can I borrow $10? And I was like, I got to quit now. Like this guy, my 28-year-old manager is borrowing money from me at this
you
crazy
just
bar.
needed it, dude. He would probably get you back next
He
week.
probably would have,
Yeah.
but I was like, I'm going to work at a regular restaurant.
What is it?
Yeah, what? Oh,
Oh.
no, you're good. Sorry.
What year did you work there?
2012. So I went to a college and then I got kicked out like immediately. And then
What?
I had this buddy. I got like this roommate from New York, and he was like, I just thought that was cool at the time. I was like, this guy's awesome. And he was just basically like, let's party. And I was like, oh, cool. So we would take this bus from Annapolis, Maryland to like the Bronx in New York.
Holy hell.
And then I remember it was an Asian bus company. It was like a $7 ticket. Every employee was like just an Asian guy.
Asian bus
And
called
we
the
get to
Shro
the-
Ride.
We get to the Bronx and he just goes, walk off. And I go, what? He goes, walk off. So I just walked off. And he was like, yeah, if you just walk off, you don't have to pay him. And I was like, dude, I would have much rather. I thought like it was dangerous. I would have much rather paid the guy
Yeah.
$7. Like I thought you were telling me I was not reading the room or something. And we just like partied for like a month, and then we got real fucked up one night and like ripped the urinal out of the wall in the dorm, which was like insane. Or I think
That's
we like
pretty
That's
sick,
kind of
though.
sick, though. Yeah.
that might have been
to
cool.
that
We
level.
like sat on a sink and I think like fucked with the
Snapped it
urinal.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something. But I just remember they were like, you can't you can't go here anymore.
Oh.
So I had to go back and work at Jimmy John's in my hometown, and I had to deliver to my ex-girlfriend's parents.
Subs.
So like they were like, she was a year younger. I go off to college. I'm like, I got to break up with her. I'm going to be getting laid too much. And then I'm back 3 months later in a Jimmy John's hat, being like, "Is this your tuna sub?" Like they were like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
That would be a nightmare, dude.
It was humbling.
Yeah.
It's very humbling.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got caught with my pants down once when I was working at Walmart. I had my fucking old shop teacher, and I remember distinctly him saying, "You're never gonna get anywhere with that attitude." And then during COVID, catches me stocking shelves at Walmart, and he goes, "McCluskey," and I went, "Oh man, you caught me." Pants down.
Man,
you were right.
that's probably the
21 years old
doing your
working at
clips.
Walmart. Yeah,
That's probably the guy doing the clips. If I had to guess, he's sending them in.
But that level of drunk is so sick.
Yeah.
When you hit the point where you're like, "Oh fuck, kick old."
Yeah, I'm gonna break everything,
dude. I remember just waking up the next morning like, oh, that was so close to being fun, but this is gonna be a huge problem. Like if we just pulled it back 10 minutes before we pulled the sink out,
or just done it like at a bar.
Yep.
Wrecked that fucker and left.
Yeah, I screwed up. I went to like a liberal arts college because you could get in just based on writing an essay. Like, you didn't have to like.
They didn't even have to do transcripts.
Yeah, and I missed like 100 days of school my senior year, so I was like, I wasn't getting in otherwise. And I just
you got kicked out of that school.
Yeah, I never should have gone, dude. It was like as soon as I got there, I was like, oh, this is not going to work. But I didn't want to be like, I screwed up, so I just stuck it out. For like a month.
So you get booted.
Yeah.
Or like that, it's like that level of drunk also feels like it's like right on par with like you get sticky hands. You're like, let me fucking steal this.
Yeah.
We tried to walk to Baltimore because the school was in Annapolis, and we were like, we'll just walk to Baltimore because that's where like the fun kids will be. And I don't know what we thought. We thought like that we were like Annapolis is lame. Let's walk. And we were like walking on the highway. It's like 30 miles. It's so far. It's so far.
Oh my god.
It's like a 10-hour walk. It was insane. But we were like, we're feeling it. So I remember this cop stopped us because we were walking on the highway, and he was like, "What you're doing is not illegal, but I'm not going to let you do it." And we were like, "That's a good point."
Give you a ride back?
Yeah, he just drove us back to campus.
God damn.
I mean, we were like stumbling drunk kids, and they were like, "Dude, by the way, Baltimore, not the city you want to walk to at like 5 a.m.
No, God,
no.
We were just like, what are we doing?
No.
What is the plan?
Yeah, you left at 2 p.m. You're like, we're gonna get there by 9.
We're gonna have fun, dude.
I think we're gonna make good time.
It's stunning how dumb you are at that age.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like I was just like, I look back, I go, I can't believe that guy's alive. Like that, you're an idiot.
Oh yeah. I mean, I remember like during COVID, me and my buddies would like booze cruise.
Yeah.
And always my buddy Garrett was driving.
Yeah.
And it was me, my buddy Alex, and we got a 30-pack from this gas station, like out in the sticks.
Yeah.
Drove around, finished the 30-pack.
Holy fuck.
Went back in and bought an 18-pack from the same gas station and the same clerk, and then just drove around and kept drinking.
Damn.
And then before we went home, stopped there to get like waters and Gatorades. Fucked up.
Oh
That's so many. That's such a long day, dude.
Oh, it was insane. I think we calculated it. We essentially drove like from where we were to Chicago and back, just on like back roads, driving circles.
I had a friend
all
in college who like this girl dumped him, and so he started. I remember he would like drink like a 12-pack and then get in his car and listen to like Radiohead and just drive. It was pretty funny. And then he got a DUI doing it, and we were like, "Dude, you got a DUI being sad. Like this is the worst case scenario."
It feels good though when you're bummed and you're fucked up and driving. Oh my god, music starts hitting.
Yeah. You're like, well, I shouldn't, but it does feel like I should.
This feels really good.
Yeah,
this feels like exactly what my soul needed.
That was like the beginning of comedy too, where you're driving from open mic to open mic and you're drinking at each one, and you're like, well, what am I gonna not work on the craft? You're like, working on this insane.
They gave me a free drink.
Right.
Yeah, I remember a guy giving me like an economic theory. He was like, you have to drink the drink tickets, otherwise you lose money. And I was like, not sure that works out. But
each one's a gallon of gas.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's true.
So think of it that way. You may as well drink them up. That's like fucking Indeed. When you go there, it's just like
the hiring website.
No, there's a
brewery like down here.
Yeah,
yeah.
And the host just keeps my buddy Mac, he'll just keep giving you drink tokens, and you can get THC drinks here. And like that last
We were
time,
pretty
I had
fucked.
I had like 3, and it was like 30 milligrams. I fell off a stool.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, all their stuff is honestly really good. But like right before you fell off the stool, there was a family just sitting in the corner to the right, and then like 2 kids just take mean falls off these stools.
Off big stools. Yeah.
like, and we were like, holy, like. It was also a situation where you're like, "This is so horrible. I'm trying so hard not to laugh right now." And you started reenacting it,
And then for real
Actually
fell
made it.
back. Yeah. But I was on a little stool. Those kids fell from such a distance where it's like, you know, when like kids fall and they're like shocked.
Yeah.
They're like, wait, what the fuck just happened? Then they realize and start crying.
Yeah.
It was the look of like shock and confusion on the kid's face. Like, I didn't know that even could happen.
I know, yeah.
Both kids off the stool simultaneously?
Yeah.
Well, the one falling fucking ripped the other
Oh,
one
yeah.
down.
It'd be funny if one kid fell and the parents were like, and then the other kid would be like, all right, you should have intervened. You should have done something.
But it was weird. I don't even really know why they were there. It was like an African family there at like 11:30 at night, and it was like there's like no food here. It's just pretzels. They weren't drinking.
That was the weirdest. It was very late. 2 very young kids.
Yeah.
And like they were like with friends drinking.
They didn't have beers.
They were like,
They
we're just
did?
here to have these kids fall off the
Not
stool.
all of them.
No.
I think
Oh,
a couple
no.
of them had like water.
Yeah.
It was late as shit.
Yeah, it's a weird get together there.
What's your predominant?
Other ethnic group in
Yeah.
Nashville. We got the biggest Kurdish population.
Kurdish.
Yeah, Desert Storm was big for real estate in Nashville.
Really?
What we got the biggest Kurdish population in the country, I think, or I think outside of like whatever part of Iraq they're in. And then
No way.
yeah, we got a lot of Mexican guys,
Oh,
a lot of like South American people, but that's pretty much it. What do you? It's Asians and African immigrants here.
yeah, for the
Yeah.
most part.
That's a up here thing. That's like I started comedy in Toronto, and Toronto's like the most Asians in North America.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was doing I did comedy bar there earlier this year, and I was talking to the host, and he was like, "Yeah, we're in the Little Afghanistan neighborhood," and I like laughed because I was like, "That's very funny."
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "I'm dead serious," and I was like, "No, you don't have a Little Afghanistan. That's like crazy. It's insane."
As soon as you cross the block, it's like sepia filter on.
Yeah.
Dude, sand's blowing around.
Hey, I know this road. I know that road. There were stores where I was like, there were stores where I couldn't understand what you possibly could be doing there. Like there was one store.
Oh, yeah.
It was just all like old TVs, but with live security camera feeds of you on the street.
Yeah.
And you were like, what is the product here? What do you sell?
Probably like a bag of rice.
It
I don't know,
was
like toilet
crazy.
paper, one thing of toilet paper,
It was wild.
Just
Yeah.
things scattered about.
lentil.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
almost like someone's like loot crate blew
Right,
up.
right, yeah.
A
They
little of
killed
each.
somebody in Fortnite in that store,
Yep.
and that's what they got to sell.
They go,
You
if
can
you
get a
were-
golden scar if you want.
Oh, nice barrel stabilizer.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
But yeah, I never really pieced it together how like different it is from other cities
Oh yeah.
until like I've traveled outside, and it's like, oh damn, like you guys don't like, it doesn't look anything culturally like when I was
Yeah,
down in Nashville last weekend, I was like, I've never seen, to be honest, I was like, I've never seen this many black people and white people together in a park.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
It
'cause
like blew my mind.
It's because we have black comics who say like we're different, but we're the same, and that unites us.
you do have a belly button.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite, like Def Jam comedy thing where they'll do a joke about like like how they have big shoes or something, and then in the middle of it they'll go like, "We're different, but we do things the same. We were the same, but we're different." And you're like, nothing you've said up till now addresses unity in any way.
Yeah.
This is a complete tie-in. You're just doing like a weird ad read in the middle of your set, and then
But
they go
it's
back
nice.
to it. People
It
love
almost
it.
like
People love it.
it like slowly, like subconsciously, like slips in.
Yeah.
But it's weird because it's like we were up here, we were supposed to be the good guys, but like,
Yeah.
but down south, it's like whatever you
Yeah.
guys were trying to do failed so horrifically. You're all at a park together, and here we're like,
Well, that's like
oh, I didn't know they walked around the lake like that.
a lot of Southern guys, especially like, some of the ones who are doing all the things they're accused of doing, they'll be like, it's easy to be like, whatever. And like a lot of people in California will be like the wokest guy ever. And you're like, yeah, but you don't like live with any of these people.
Yeah.
Like, we're like, we know them. We're like, we're dating. That's,
And like the food is so much more enmeshed.
Yeah.
Like in the culture where it's like, here it's pretty much like, when I think of Minnesota, it's like bar food.
Yep.
Is the thing. Like American.
You guys
bar
have
food.
like European fat people food up here. You have like pierogies and like, we don't have a lot of that. I mean, maybe not Minneapolis specifically, but like when I've been to the Midwest, you're like, we don't have like the heavy Eastern European foods that you guys have.
Yeah, we got a lot of stews and breads.
Yeah, I mean it's
shit,
good,
like
but it's
in
like it's heavy as
oh
hell.
fuck yeah, and it's yeah.
There's a lot of like girls in Wisconsin who moved to Nashville, and they're like they're sturdy.
Oh
they're like
fuck
big shoulders.
They wear the big floppy sun hats.
Yes, they love the sun hat. But yeah, it's like it's like what everybody says in this, like down in Nashville. It's like, well, like rednecks and black people like are not that different, so it's not that weird.
It's not that weird. Yeah, exactly. But up here, it's like when I went down there with Justin, we were walking around the Parthenon.
Yeah,
I was like, this is crazy. Like it was
a funny
picture
picturing you walking around being like, what the hell are they doing? Like, blown away.
They're playing frisbee together. No, because up here it's like it's so distinctly segregated in all of the places that you go.
It really is.
Is it like Gran Torino? That's what I picture.
Well, that's Gran Torino was written about
Minneapolis, St. Paul.
I thought damn.
Because like, in certain parts of St. Paul, it'll be like they have Hmong Village over there.
Yeah, there's Hmong Village. There's Cesar Chavez
Street.
I used to live
right
someone
next
coming
to
in from
there.
out of town. When you say Hmong Village, it feels like we should be like, hey. You can't say that.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like a derogatory.
They named it themselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then what isn't it? There's like a reservation in it's like White Earth.
I've done the casino up here.
Oh yeah,
and it was it's like we flew in here and then went north for like 2 hours. I want to say
Grand Casino,
North Star maybe or something.
Oh maybe.
It was
North
not
Star
dude. It
Casino?
was like a bad casino.
It's probably or Hinkley.
Yeah,
I bet
it might have been. Dude, it was like the rooms were like freezing, and you know how you've done casino gigs. Like casinos are sad all the time.
Yep.
Even like the nice ones, but the bad ones, like in Oklahoma and like the one I did up here. You're like, holy shit, this is bleak.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a lady be like, I want to win enough money to get my root canal.
Oh, that's
and I was like,
that's a good goal, though.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing until you get there, and then you're out.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, it's pretty much like they're giving you free money.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe she had a good point. Maybe that was
But yeah, I mean, like, there's a casino called Mystic Lake. Like, it's like an hour south of here, and that's like the big one.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the one. Is it shitty?
No, it's
no. This
very
one's
nice.
like really nice.
And like my brother would fight there, like when he was still living in Minnesota, and you would open the doors and it would just be like old people with air tanks playing like very racist slot machines.
Dude, that's the one carve out in modern society.
Yes.
You can make you can call it Dragon Emperor Panda Game. And they go,
I mean, there's one not far off from that. Yeah.
And it's fine.
Every time they slap the button.
Yeah.
If you want to be like, if you still want to make racist art,
rubbing the screen,
you have to go in. That's the only job left if you want to draw racist stuff.
Oh yeah.
Design those games
or the native ones.
Oh, Big Chief,
yeah.
and it's just got like a dude with a huge nose and a big headdress.
Dude,
on.
I've done like I opened for Rodney Carrington for a year and a half, and that's like all we did. And we went to the gap between some of the native casinos. Like some of them are nice, and some of them you're like, you're still getting a bad deal. Like I know they gave you this casino, but this is crazy.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It's real. Some of them are really dark.
Yeah. No, I mean, Mystic Lake is like definitely the nicest in Minnesota, but there are some real bad ones.
Yeah, it's funny. That was our example for what gambling will do to like society and people. And then they go, we should put it on everyone's phone and let it be about the weather. Like it's gonna get crazy.
Got me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I was down in New Orleans like a year ago, and it would just be like, this is Vince McMahon. This is the Vince McMahon one.
Oh, let him go. He's innocent.
But yeah, like they would just every gas station there, it would be like posted like we have a blackjack table in the back. It's like that's fucking ridiculous.
I remember doing a casino gig. This is when I was like a year into comedy, where it was in Indiana, and I guess it had to be in the water, like whatever those weird rules are.
Mm-hmm.
So they had just like dug out a lake under a building and like grounded it, and it was like so clearly not a real water. They was just like, all right, I guess technically we're doing a riverboat now,
Right?
But it was just in the middle of Indiana in some hand dug lake.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was a rough gig.
Damn it.
The weather
fell
bet
through.
Fucking hit 39 today. Wouldn't you believe it? I was begging for 37.
Dude, it's. I don't think it's
but
39.
the high, it just can
we
be for a
challenge
fraction of a second. I would love.
Can you
to.
stand outside with a thermometer and be like?
They take it from, I think, like the Minneapolis airport.
Oh,
do we know anybody?
I'm not tapped in down there, unfortunately.
You got to get involved if you want to win this bet.
It's weird. I've like doing shows. You talk to people afterwards. Literally, have never talked to anybody ever who's worked at the Minneapolis airport. But there's a pile of people that work there.
Well, one of the guys I used to work with, he moved on to become an airplane mechanic.
Oh,
and it's like that's probably the best job you can have there.
It's
either your TSA or you work for Caribou.
Yeah, pretty much. I fucking hate knowing people like that. Like I went to high school with a guy who's like now become a heart surgeon.
Yeah, and
I'm like, you're the dumbest fucker I knew.
It's terrifying
when it's like getting real scary. Jobs,
you're like, you're a pilot. I saw you eat metal. Like, it's insane. Yeah, that's dude. I've realized like. I'm 33 now, and I just realized like nobody should be like, nobody makes me feel safe or qualified anymore.
No.
Where you're like, that guy's in charge. That guy is like fucking up.
Oh, yeah.
That guy is not paying attention.
When I knew a guy, well, actually, no, I did John Russell. He worked at the airport.
Oh, really?
And he would talk about like putting airplane tape down and stuff, and I'm like, fuck, you do that? You patch minor things on an airplane? That's crazy, dude.
Are you getting, maybe this isn't even my algorithm, but I get a lot of like, 3 people died in a helicopter crash in Hawaii. And I go, I just don't need to like stack these in my brain as often as I have to fly.
I saw one, I was watching reels before the Sisyphus open mic yesterday. And there was one where it was this, like, Pokemon has like these actual full stores in Japan, and there was a dude, it just said like 3 people dead at the Pokemon Center, and it was a real video.
Damn.
You didn't see anything, but it's just people running all over the place in like a Pokemon world.
They were like a dispute over a Charizard broke out, and all 3 are dead.
Well, that's what I was saying. I'm like, there's a Scyther loose, he's cutting people down.
That's crazy. Scyther's a deep dude. That's crazy.
He's cutting everybody up.
Japan is sick because anything you tell me they're doing, I go like, that checks out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You go like, they have a full blown Pokemon store and it's incredibly profitable. I go, sounds right.
Yeah, I believe that.
Sounds right to me.
I would love to go to Japan for many reasons, but there's
somehow that sounded
it's like you want to do sex shit.
Yeah, 100%. No, that's exactly. You go, well, I'm not going to air all the reasons, but
like the nature aspect of everything, like
I just need some blurred genital porn.
Yeah, it's hard to blur it yourself over here.
But like they have like a whole like dinosaur exhibit with like there's also like Pokemon
it's called a dragon
bones.
exhibit over there, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
They call them all dragon. I've been looked into it.
Wait, really? Oh, okay.
No, but see, I could have.
Yeah, but like they have like Pokemon bones.
Do they for real?
They got like
they existed.
They got like a freaking they got freaking Pokemon bone. Well, but like
they got
it's like real T-Rexes.
Shell?
Yeah,
no way.
They have Squirtle shell. They have fucking a Kabuto.
Nice.
They have a real one.
If
I like that you're doing first
Pokemon-
generation.
Yes.
That's the only one I know.
Kabuto, that's the only fossil.
Well, like
Yeah.
Scyther, Charizard, like after that, I don't know it because
Yeah.
I'm not a pervert, but I do know the ones from my.
yeah, I feel like first generation Pokemon are the only ones that connect, and then you go like if you go Gen 9 and you're like Sprigatito, it's like nobody fucking knows that
Yeah.
one.
No, I don't know that one.
Exactly.
If the craziest thing though is it's like if Pokemon were real, they would definitely be like chopping Charizard's tail off and having it in
yeah.
soup.
Absolutely.
It would be like one of those things where they're like, we need to stop. They're corralling Charizards and stealing their
Charizards would be
tails.
The new Dolphins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You're like, can you just stop?
No.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's an insane way to. Whoever's like prompting that.
Yeah.
Okay, make the Charizard look more upset. He doesn't make it
Yeah.
seem like his tail's really coming off.
Actually, make it 5 Japanese guys with headbands on. Can you put sticks with knives in their hands?
I use like the AI stuff a lot, and they used to be real strict with the image generation stuff.
Mhm.
They've sort of loosened up.
We found
can
that
do a
out
lot of
on
stuff.
Yeah.
on a drive to Duluth. one
Yeah.
time.
So I have an alter ego that I'd like to once I get
Oh,
enough
no,
money
dude.
for like
You're gonna unveil it?
yeah, not on here.
Well,
no,
no,
I'll never show
Are
it.
you running hood memes or something?
I
secretly?
so like once I save enough for like the meta goggles, I'm gonna become a black comedian in the metaverse named Latavius Davis.
Dude, I love it.
And,
so much.
I
you're
asked-
ready.
I
Latavius Davis.
yeah, and I asked ChatGPT to make me that.
Yeah.
And at first it was like, I don't know if I can do that. And I was like, I have vitiligo, but the black is like every part you can
Yeah.
see. And it was like, oh, I gotcha.
That's so funny.
And then it just fucking made me in blackface.
that's the greatest
It was
workaround.
genuinely like crazy.
Yeah.
He just had to emotionally manipulate something that shouldn't have emotions, and it's like, I got you, dude.
Yeah, because I was like, I have vitiligo.
Yeah.
It covers my hands and my face.
Yeah.
That
And it
sucks
was
that
like-
works on the AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can trick it.
Damn.
It can be like, no, it would be disrespectful and offensive if I put you in blackface.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, no, I have vitiligo that covers my hands and face.
Right.
And it
What
was
if,
like, oh,
What if you just made it look like I was tanning for like 100 years? It was like as dark as you can. Like you work around it like that.
Yeah.
You got to find a way to do it.
I got us in rice hats jamming out to a crowd.
Do you have any comics up here with meta glasses?
There's probably somebody.
We have a comic who, for a while, he was just wearing meta glasses, and he'd talk to you, and you'd see they were like on. And then I'm gonna be honest, he was just taking. This is my favorite thing he used to do. He would just take anytime there was a group of white guys talking, he would take a picture of us, and we'd be like, "Hey, man, what are you doing with these pictures of white guys talking? Like,
Saving
what could possibly be the end goal
evidence?
of something?"
Yeah. Just waiting for one of you to slit.
It was so great. You would just be like standing outside, and then you would see a guy like,
Oh, he
You'd be
would do
like,
it on the phone. He wouldn't do
"Yes."
it through the glasses.
"No, you would see him take a picture of you, and you'd be like, 'Did you just take a picture of me?" And he'd be like, "Mhm." And you'd be like, "All right, I was talking to him." It was nuts, but he was filming people with the meta glasses, and like we were all just like, "Hey, man, I don't know."
He might think you're a gang stalker.
It was so crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is
That's true.
a gang stalker.
Yeah, I'm in this
Do you
group
know about
on
this?
Facebook.
No, that sounds like the worst gig ever.
It's well, they get paid pretty good.
They get $100 Target gift cards or Ross. It's kind of like what you what you prefer, but that's how they're paying these gang stalkers.
But yeah,
What
they-
are the gang stalkers?
They send people at you. They harass you.
Yeah, so it's people. There's
oh
people
God,
out there.
this is some dark part of the internet.
Yeah, there's people out there that genuinely think they're being like followed and harassed by a large group of people that like chemical attack them.
yeah.
Change their phone passwords. It's all like things that could potentially be like human error.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they're like, well, I think they did this to me.
Yep.
And so I'm in this Facebook group called Gangstalking
Dude.
Awareness.
You're in like the darkest corners of the
Oh,
web.
yeah. There's one, this lady, Jana, said, hey, does anyone have experience with what pendant you can wear to block the attack?
Oh no. Oh no, these people are fully insane.
Well, there was one you were reading last night about the metal toxicity.
Yeah, I took a screenshot of that.
you got to
one.
read that one.
That one was good. So the metal toxicity. Does anyone here have signs of mental toxicity that doctors suspiciously refuse to have lab work done on in regards to? So this guy goes on the very long tangent explaining how his doctor like refuses to do a blood panel for mental toxicity. And he's like, and coincidentally, I walk out into the parking lot and I hear 3 voices of whom I recognize but cannot see. Coincidence?
What a no good rotten day for this guy.
Yeah, I know.
First, the doctor, you're like, I got lead poisoning. I know I do. They've been putting things in my air vents and my drinks. And then you walk outside, 3 voices. You know who they are, but you can't find them.
They're sending microwave signals.
Yeah.
They're taking photos of you every time you get in the shower.
It'll be like pictures of like a guy shopping with his back turned to them, and it's like I caught one.
Yeah.
Got him in the act.
Yeah, I got him in the act. And
That's
it's like
the scariest thing about open mic comedy. Those people come out to shows.
Absolutely. They can do it whenever they want.
Yeah. And you can't be like, hey, we can't stop you. But we would like to. That's a crazy level of. Have you ever been like had like a? You ever got so high you had like a paranoid thing like that?
I get it where I'm like, people know I'm high and they're watching me, but it's never.
Never they've replaced my heart with a sensor or something.
No. I'm sending it into the group chat where the guy talks about being paid for being a gang stalker, and that's just blatant evidence and proof that the public denies. It's I sent it to you in text.
Well, there was also the thing about.
Yeah, here he is. The guy just shopping, and it's like I got
that guy
him.
is up to something though. The way he's looking at that yogurt.
See that?
Yeah. Oh my god. It's just completely malicious, and they're all getting those fucking paychecks, dude.
So I don't understand what the gig is. You harass these people, or you just post about it?
You harass them. And essentially, your job, if you were a gang stalker, is to follow a person around, fuck with their lives, and then, like, when they accuse you of it,
deny it.
Deny it. Everybody in their life
Island
denies
is a job,
it. Yeah,
basically.
pretty much.
I like that.
And they give you they pay you in. Most of them get paid in gift cards for like the first month.
Drinking a liter of Diet Coke.
So these people fuck with people for gift cards.
And they're not just like $10 gift cards. They're $100 gift cards from like Target, Ross, Safeway.
That's why everybody...
That way you can get clothes and...
How many of the comments are like, this is happening?
Well, let's read them.
All of them?
Mm-hmm. My neighbor. That's someone's neighbor right there.
That's so funny.
Facts. This is from Nappy Head Roots on YouTube. This isn't how gangstalking works, LMAO. You think organized crime, deep state, and the occult trust anyone to operate under them?
That's
people
funny.
like
He's
that.
like, that guy's kind of maybe more crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's like, this is crazy, guys.
Yeah.
It's way worse than that.
Exactly.
This
guy. People like that get paid to use crisis actors as well. So glad I'm one of the gods and targeted for being on the right side of history.
Dude, I would love to know the like real reason. Like, if you become mentally ill enough, you have to use caps lock. Like, there is some, thing.
You can never use correct punctuation either.
No.
It has to be like 6 ellipses.
Well, it's probably their voice to texting, but they're screaming. People like that, comma. That get paid.
Maybe we can get paid to gang stalk the gang stopper, make some cheeseburger money. I like the way this fucker thinks. Eloyan.
That's why a lot of foreigners are ganging. They're beholden to the U.S.
Mine get meth or money. My stalker is a drug dealer. Casino or halfway house?
Who paying him?
Who paying him?
Sad.
Let's get to the
Here we go. It's really sad. The ones doing the stalking can't even comprehend they are being trafficked to do somebody's dirty work. When people are collecting $1 million insurance policy payments, etc., for being used if they get caught to go to jail as a stalker, they will look crazy, etc. Like, wake up. You're nothing more than a modern slave. The second they don't do what the handler wants, boom, no phone, no car, homeless, etc. It's sad.
It is sad.
I would not call them modern slaves.
Yeah.
Because can you imagine how
Stop it right now. Stop it.
Happy they would have been if they would have gotten a Ross gift card?
Oh no.
Yeah. knew right where I was going with that one. Should we watch some reels?
I would say
that's
so.
crazy.
Oh shit! Yeah, sounds good.
Gangstalking awareness. If anyone out there wants to find this page, it's good.
Yeah,
stuff.
I can invite you to the page.
I would just like to spread the word for this because it seems important.
It is. There's only 40,000 people in there.
Yeah.
Yep. Trey reminds me of a trans woman.
Whoa!
Slapped a like on it though. Yeah.
Whoa!
Trey reminds me of a trans woman. He's not here today. Yeah. Yeah.
Come on. I don't know.
Holy
Let's go.
fuck.
I have no idea. Come on. What are you doing? Get the out.
Somewhere nearby that is the guy going, "Yo, they just shot Charlie Kirk." That's like the same angle.
For sure.
That's the influencer angle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is a tough one.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Come on, buddy. Rolled his ankle like a motherfucker.
Well, the blade is in there.
Oh. The things they do to
man.
stay
And the Bollywood soundtrack is
Could you imagine being that bored and disenfranchised with your country that you're like, I'm gonna do a backflip over fucking knives?
Imagine that you do that, your ankle will never be the same, and then you got to pick that music.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You go, what music goes?
Yeah, it went from the sole of your foot into your Achilles, and you're like,
Will this get copyrighted?
Yeah. Honestly, probably the music we just listened to,
The
it's not gonna be. That part of the episode's not gonna have any sound. We're gonna get
nice.
copyrighted for sure.
Excellent.
I mean, that one's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Wrong place, wrong time. That's all that was.
Yeah, that's just you're having fun and stuff happens, you know?
This one's.
Oh, wow, dude. Yikes, that one was tough.
right to the Adam's apple.
Oh.
I think he's good though.
Not at bicycling. He's terrible at that.
No.
Terrible BMX.
Oh, okay, so these are from my dad.
I have no idea.
And these ones can be bad sometimes. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, God. Your dad's got a cartel algorithm?
Whoa.
oh my God.
That was sick as hell.
Yeah, that was like John Wick. That was crazy.
Oh, my God.
Threat assessment. There we go, dude.
Wow.
Whoa.
That was actually cool as hell.
Yeah, that was.
Damn.
Everything posted on this page is for educational awareness only. So make sure you got your learning caps on.
Oh, she's lighting the car on. Yeah. Yeah, that happens. Dayton's tough.
We could probably. Yeah, I saw that. The fucking quadruple amputee.
I think you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what Aiden's dad said. Guy was driving the car when he shot and killed the guy. He's got to be one of the most talented murderers ever. That's, honestly, though.
Oscar Pistorius walks. So
Yeah. He's got arms.
He tweaked out. You know, some people gonna get sympathy and be like, okay, he probably off some drugs.
Humans getting
mental
traumatized.
Mind state. Cause like, man, you gotta stop this. You gotta stop this. Like they trying to reason with him. The other dude said, fuck the bullshit. He grabbed him. Damn. Yeah, he ain't playing. Not everybody giving sympathy for the bullshit. Some people consider it. Some people like, nah.
Yeah.
Cuz it drove off. It's another day. Another day. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. He moving his arms and whatnot. He ain't dead, Chad. He ain't
This
dead.
guy's a doctor, I think.
Yeah.
He's okay.
He's real hurt.
He's not dead.
Yeah, you walk in and you're like, I really can't feel any part of my body.
His arms
Oh,
twitched.
there's
He's gotta
nothing
be
to see
okay.
here. Nothing to see here. Get out. You're moving your arms and shit. All right.
Dead body. Damn, they fucked Cuz up. Cuz threw him off.
Dang.
Oh,
He went on.
he's
a
on
spree.
one. Yeah, he goes on a spree at night.
I like this as his way of standing.
Oh,
up.
this is another John Wick one.
Oh, dude, this one's great.
Yeah.
This one's awesome.
I don't know if I've seen this.
This should be top 10 on ESPN. This is great.
I see man, no disrespect. This ain't got shit to do with you. Yeah, look. Hey, no disrespect. This ain't got shit to do with you. Going to stand. Chris, taking my phone, please. No, nigga. Okay. I think they robbed my shit. You see what I'm saying? Bitch, you do bitch.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
You can have to kill me now.
Watch this.
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
You got me.
I told you, dummy, if I
Okay, please. Dang, you shot me for real. Damn, baby, I'm sorry. Okay.
let me go right now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Damn, baby.
Now you go dummy and go to jail.
Damn, I'm sorry.
Call the police. Call the police right now.
I'm sorry, baby.
Told you, dummy, if I shoot you, didn't I? Didn't I?
That's
I don't wanna
crazy.
die.
Didn't I?
I don't
Didn't
want to
I?
die. Yeah, baby.
Didn't I just say I'll kill you?
I'm sorry,
Didn't I
baby.
just say that shit?
Damn, you shot me for real.
He shot me for real.
I mean, straight up though, she bossed up on all.
Oh, yeah. She talked shit to 3 of those guys, made him leave, he attacked her, and she shot him. That's fucking sick as hell.
And then drags him around until the cops get like, yeah.
Dumbass. Yeah, that's so cool.
That was like Looney Tunes.
It
That was
really
insane.
was.
The guy just was like, give me your gun. What, by the way, why are you robbing her? She just saved you.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that guy's a bad guy.
Yeah,
I'm starting to
yeah.
get the feeling.
I
Was
don't
that
know.
all a ruse?
I
do you
like
think?
that
Yeah.
the text is all in, I want to say, Arabic.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
This is some channel that's...
It's probably, I think it's done at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here
Did
we go.
she
My
shoot him
dad
3
said-
times? He seems
Yeah.
kind of fine for getting shot
Yeah.
3 times.
Maybe twice, because the first shot he didn't say anything, and then the
Yeah.
second one she shoots. And
He
he goes,
narrated.
Damn, you shot me for real.
It was a nonchalant reaction to
Yeah.
literally
I'm sorry,
being
baby.
shot.
I'm sorry, baby.
Yeah, the whole time calling.
I wouldn't have the confidence to call a woman who just shot
No,
me, baby.
absolutely
Baby.
not.
That's like very much a that guy thing.
Damn. Okay, that's all right, baby.
I'd say ma'am.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
no. Machete fight, no.
I think it's a bat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why would you shove a guy with a bat?
You love baseball. Oh.
Oh my
Lord.
God. Oh.
Yeah. DoorDash driver smacks guy after lying to steal his neighbor's
Fuck
food.
you mean? Hold on. You better hope she got some money. Call. I gotta keep calling her, bro.
He does not live here.
Bro, wait, hold on. I'm trying to see. Get off my ass. Nigga, this is my motherfucking job to order. Bitch ass nigga, lame ass, goofy ass nigga, bitch ass nigga, bitch ass nigga, selling people food, selling people food, bitch, lame ass nigga, I ain't trying to hear that shit, fuck nigga.
Wow.
Damn. 5 stars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
5 stars,
dude.
big tip.
They should have made a GoFundMe for that, dude.
I will say he did probably hit him 9 times more than he needed to.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
But I get
Probably
the,
started
the
feeling
spirit
good.
of it was
Yeah,
right.
the moment you start hearing like a soft tone from that, I'm sorry, man. It's like, you know what? Yeah, maybe stop hitting him.
yeah. Oh no.
Oh my God.
They're gonna work it out. No, they didn't work it out.
Oh, my God. I mean, they got it right by the ammo.
Yeah, that's. Oh,
That one was
Jesus.
trying to break it up.
yeah, that's who gets hurt.
Oh my god. She was the peacekeeper.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to know how much my friends and family from my school years hate me, after 9/11, the Muslims were 1,000,000 times cooler than me. That's how much they hate me. So my friends and family hate me that much. If you want to know
Even
how much my
after
friends-
9/11, the Muslims
hate
had
me.
their fits were
After
too tough,
9/11,
their smoke
the
was too
Muslims were
loud.
1,000,000
Yeah, cooler than this guy.
That's how
Their
much
smoke
they
was
hate
too
me.
loud.
Yeah.
My friends
Their
and family
hookah
hate
smoke
me
was
that
too
much.
loud.
The Muslims were 1,000,000 times cooler than him.
That's such a funny way to be mad at your parents.
Yeah.
You guys like Muslims.
Do you guys realize the Muslims were cooler than me after 9/11? Everybody hated them. Think of how much they hated me.
Think about it, guys. Are my parents unfair?
Let's go. Little dropkick Murphys. Oh.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, the other dude's whopping the
Yeah.
two guys are down.
oh,
don't do
wow. Whoa.
Take it easy.
There's two guys down now.
And I thought you were solids and I was stripes.
Wow.
Yeah, he did kind of hang there, just laid back. And
Well,
then,
for a second, I was like, who is Babe Ruth in this scenario?
Yeah, I was like, he wasn't a pitcher.
Yeah.
Yep. And then,
no, it doesn't look like Babe to me.
yeah, damn, dude. Well, thank you guys very much for watching. Have a blessed day.
Thanks for having me, everybody.
Yeah,
That's
thanks for
great.
coming,
Yeah,
man.
It was fun.